Adversity is the ultimate teacher because it exposes the truth about who you are and who you are capable of becoming. When life gets tough, when the odds are stacked against you, you don't have the luxury of comfort. But in that discomfort, in that challenge, you uncover your true potential. You don't find your strength when everything is going right. You find it when the world seems to be falling apart around you. Think about the last time life hit you hard. Maybe it was a failure, a loss, a betrayal, or a setback you didn't see coming. You were forced to confront your weaknesses, your fears, and your limitations. But here's the catch. Those limitations were never permanent. The struggles you faced were there to help you break through your own barriers. Adversity pushes you to evolve, adapt, and make choices you would never have made in times of ease. When things go smoothly, it's easy to coast. But when the road gets rocky, that's when you are pushed to become the best version of yourself. Every challenge presents an opportunity to reframe your thinking, to develop new skills, and to build mental and emotional strength that you wouldn't have had otherwise. You learn how to endure, how to push past what you thought were your breaking points. You develop resilience, the ability to withstand hardship without losing your sense of purpose or your will to keep moving forward. Adversity doesn't just test your ability to survive, it sharpens your ability to thrive. You begin to realize that hardship isn't something to fear or avoid, it's something to embrace. It's a tool that molds your character. And while in the moment it may feel overwhelming, you come to understand that the struggles you're facing today are shaping the person you're becoming tomorrow. It's easy to take the easy route, to shy away from challenge. But real growth comes when you lean into discomfort. Every obstacle forces you to adapt, to rethink strategies, to question your assumptions. Without adversity, you wouldn't be able to test your limits, and you wouldn't know how strong you truly are. It's through the trials that you develop grit, the unwavering perseverance to keep going even when you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So instead of seeing adversity as a threat, start seeing it as a gift, because it's the tool that unlocks your hidden strength. And in the process, you begin to realize that what once seemed like a barrier to your success is actually the catalyst that drives you to greatness. It's the lesson that challenges you to look within, dig deeper, and realize your potential goes beyond what you thought was possible. They underestimated your willpower because they couldn't see what lies beneath the surface, the depth of your determination and the strength of your resolve. They saw the external struggle, the challenges you faced, the hurdles you had to overcome, but what they didn't see was the power that was quietly building inside you, a power that doesn't fade when things get tough. They didn't see the fire that you carry within, the fire that burns brighter when others doubt you. It's that willpower that has carried you through the darkest of times, the toughest battles, and the most trying moments of your life. Most people can't understand true willpower because they haven't experienced the kind of trials that push you to the edge. They haven't been forced to face adversity in such a way that they had to dig deeper than they thought possible to keep moving forward. It's in those moments when it feels like everything is working against you that your willpower becomes your greatest asset. When they saw you falter, they thought you were finished. But what they didn't realize was that every setback, every challenge was only strengthening your resolve. Willpower isn't about never feeling doubt or fear, it's about how you act in the face of those emotions. It's the strength to keep going when every part of you wants to give up, when the weight of the world seems too heavy to bear, while others might have turned back. You found the strength to keep pushing forward, even if it was one step at a time. That's the thing about willpower. It doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers in your ear and tells you to take the next step, no matter how small, no matter how difficult. It's the quiet persistence that no one sees, the determination that keeps you on track even when the odds seem impossible. They couldn't see how every moment of pain, every failure, every challenge only fueled your inner strength. They saw the struggle on the surface, but they couldn't feel the power that was being cultivated beneath it. Your willpower isn't something that can be seen or measured by anyone but you. It's an internal force that grows stronger with every battle you fight, with every sacrifice you make, and with every moment you choose to persevere when others would quit. While they thought they had broken you, they couldn't see that you were just getting started. They underestimated your willpower because they only saw the end of the journey. What they didn't realize was that your journey doesn't have an end until you decide it does. Your willpower is limitless. It's not something that can be taken away by anyone, and it's not something that can be shattered by circumstance. It's the deep, unshakable belief in your ability to overcome anything and everything that life throws your way. The more they tried to bring you down, the more you proved them wrong. Every attempt to hold you back, to silence you, only made your willpower grow. You're not the person they thought you were. You're stronger, more resilient, and more determined than they ever could have imagined. They couldn't see it because they didn't know you, but you do. You know the power that lives within you, and it's that power that has carried you through everything that has tried to break you. Pain fuels growth because it forces you to confront the things you'd rather ignore, the things you might not even know are holding you back. When everything is going well, it's easy to coast through life, to stay comfortable. But comfort doesn't change you. Comfort doesn't challenge you. Growth only happens when you step into the unknown, when you face the struggle, when you push through the pain. Pain is the catalyst that pushes you beyond what you thought were your limits, forcing you to evolve into something greater than you were before. You see, pain is a teacher, and it comes to show you what you're truly made of. It's not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Every painful experience is an opportunity to learn about your own resilience, about your ability to endure, adapt, and overcome. When you're in the midst of pain, it feels like the world is falling apart. But what you don't always realize in the moment is that pain is breaking down the old version of you, the version that wasn't ready for the next level of success, the next level of personal growth. Every time you endure pain, you're building emotional muscle. Just like physical strength comes from lifting heavier and heavier weights, emotional and mental strength come from dealing with the pain of life. It's through the hard times that you learn to find strength you never knew you had. The more you face the pain, the stronger you become. Each moment of hardship chips away at the parts of you that are weak, that are holding you back. And in its place, new strength is formed. Pain doesn't destroy you, it transforms you. When you're in pain, you're forced to reevaluate everything. What worked before might not work now. The strategies, the mindset, the habits that got you to this point might not be enough to carry you through this challenge. And that's where growth happens. Pain forces you to innovate. It forces you to think differently. You're no longer relying on the same old tactics. You're searching for new solutions, new ways of thinking, new ways of acting. You might find yourself doing things you never thought you could do, pushing yourself in ways you never thought you could. Growth through pain isn't a smooth process. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, and at times it feels like it's breaking you, but that's exactly how you rebuild. The old you, the version of you that couldn't take the heat, has to be broken down for the new you to emerge. The more you go through, the more you realize that pain is not an enemy, but a guide. It shows you where you need to grow, what needs to change, and what you're capable of. It stretches you beyond your current limitations, forcing you to rise to a higher level. Sometimes the greatest lessons come from the most painful experiences. You learn not only about yourself, but about the world, about others, and about what really matters. Pain shows you what is truly important to you, what you truly care about, and what you're willing to fight for. In that sense, pain doesn't just fuel growth, it clarifies your purpose. It refines you, sharpens you, and prepares you for everything that's coming next. Without pain, you wouldn't know how strong you are. Without pain, you wouldn't know how far you can go. Pain forces you to stretch beyond your comfort zone and discover new depths within yourself. It doesn't matter how hard it gets. What matters is how you respond. When you embrace the pain, when you learn from it, and when you push through it, you come out on the other side stronger, smarter, and more capable than you ever imagined. Transformation through resistance is one of the most powerful forces in life, and it's often misunderstood. Resistance is not something that happens to you, it's something that happens for you. When you face resistance, you're actually being given the opportunity to become more than you were before. In every moment of resistance, you have the chance to evolve, to grow, and to redefine what's possible for you. It's through pushing against the pressure that we find out how strong we truly are, how much more we can endure, and how high we can rise. Resistance shows up in many forms: physical, mental, emotional, and even spiritual. It comes in the form of obstacles, challenges, setbacks, and failures. The easy path is the one with no resistance, no struggle, but it's the path of least resistance that leads to mediocrity. True transformation doesn't happen without resistance. In fact, the more resistance you face, the greater the potential for growth. When you resist resistance, you're just delaying your evolution. But when you face it head on, you use it to fuel your transformation. Think about the process of sculpting. A block of marble starts out as a rough, uneven mass. The sculptor chips away at it, battling the hardness of the material. Each strike of the hammer met with resistance. But with every chip, with every piece that is removed, the masterpiece begins to take shape. Without resistance, there would be no masterpiece. The same is true for you. The challenges you face, the setbacks, the failures, the hardships, are the hammer strikes that are shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Each experience of resistance is a step toward becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable. Resistance also teaches you the importance of persistence. It would be easy to stop when you face opposition. It would be tempting to throw in the towel and walk away when the going gets tough. But if you give up, you forfeit the opportunity to transform. The magic lies in pushing through, in persevering when everything inside of you is screaming to quit. It's in that moment of pushing against resistance that you unlock new layers of your potential. The more you push, the stronger you become. The more you resist resistance, the more you discover the power within you to overcome it. There's an old saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This is the essence of transformation through resistance. It's not that the resistance itself is easy or enjoyable. It's the fact that each time you push through it, you become more resilient, more adaptable, and more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes next. The challenges you face today might seem overwhelming, but they are preparing you for even greater challenges down the road. Every obstacle is preparing you for the next level of greatness. Resistance also teaches you the value of patience. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and consistency. When you face resistance, you are being forced to slow down, to take a deeper look at what's not working, and to adjust your approach. It's in this adjustment that you learn the art of perseverance, the patience to continue even when progress feels slow, and the understanding that transformation is a process, not a destination. One of the greatest misconceptions about resistance is that it's something you should avoid. People spend so much time trying to create lives that are free from challenges, free from discomfort, and free from resistance. But the truth is, without it, you would never grow. You would stay stuck in the same place, the same patterns, and the same limitations. Resistance is what pushes you to break free from your old self, to outgrow your former limitations, and to step into the next phase of your life. When you stop resisting resistance, when you embrace it as a natural part of the process, you begin to transform. It's no longer something to fear or avoid, it becomes something to welcome, because you understand that it is the key to unlocking the next level of your potential. The more you face resistance with courage, the more you begin to realize that transformation isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Resistance doesn't just challenge you, it shapes you into the person you are meant to become. Victory lies in perseverance, because it's not the initial burst of energy or enthusiasm that leads to success. It's the consistent, relentless effort to keep going when things get tough. Perseverance is the quiet strength that propels you forward even when the world feels like it's working against you. It's the ability to stay focused on the goal, no matter how many obstacles arise, no matter how long the journey takes. It's easy to start something, to get excited at the beginning, but real victory isn't in the starting point, it's in the staying power, in the unwavering commitment to the path, even when the finish line seems distant and the road ahead uncertain. Think about the nature of true success. It's rarely a straight line, a clear-cut path from point A to point B. It's a winding road filled with detours, setbacks, and unforeseen challenges. Along the way, you'll encounter moments of doubt, frustration, exhaustion, but it's in those moments that perseverance becomes your greatest ally. It's not about being the fastest, the strongest, or the most gifted. It's about showing up every single day, no matter the circumstances. It's about continuing to move forward even when you feel like giving up. The people who succeed are the ones who refuse to quit, who keep putting in the work when everyone else is thrown in the towel. Perseverance is what allows you to weather the storms of life. It's the shield that protects you from the disappointment of failure, and it's the force that keeps you pushing forward when others have fallen behind. The truth is, life doesn't hand out success on a silver platter. You don't just get to sit back and wait for things to happen. Victory comes to those who are willing to stay in the game, who refuse to be discouraged by temporary setbacks, and who are determined to keep going no matter how long it takes. The road to success is often paved with difficulties. You will face challenges that will test your limits. There will be moments when you question whether it's worth it, when the weight of the journey seems too heavy to carry. But this is where perseverance separates the winners from the rest. It's easy to quit when things aren't going well, to throw in the towel when you feel like you're not making progress. But true victory lies in your ability to keep going even when it feels like the odds are stacked against you. Every time you get back up after falling, every time you keep pushing through the pain, you're moving closer to your goal. Perseverance builds resilience. It teaches you that failure is not the end, it's just another step on the way to success. It's a lesson in endurance, a reminder that progress isn't always visible in the moment, but that every small action, every effort compounds over time and leads to greater success. Perseverance also brings clarity. The longer you stick with something, the more you learn not just about the task at hand, but about yourself. You discover what you're truly capable of. You uncover the inner strength you didn't know existed. Each obstacle that you overcome is a victory in itself, a testament to your ability to adapt, learn, and keep moving forward. It's through perseverance that you begin to understand that success is a result of cumulative effort, not instantaneous achievement. Every step, no matter how small, is a part of the greater journey, and it all counts. You will face moments when you feel like giving up, when you wonder if the effort is worth it. But this is where the magic of perseverance lies. It teaches you that the power to achieve is not in the talent or the opportunities you are given. It's in the strength you have to keep pushing forward day after day. It's the courage to keep moving towards your goal even when it seems impossible. When you continue to persevere, you build an unshakable confidence in your own ability. You begin to realize that obstacles aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones on the path to victory. Perseverance is also about consistency. Success doesn't come from bursts of energy or motivation. It comes from the quiet, consistent effort that you put in every day. It's the small actions, the daily commitments, the moments when no one is watching that make the difference. The people who succeed are the ones who continue to put in the work even when they don't feel like it, who continue to show up even when they're not seeing immediate results. And over time, this consistency builds momentum, propelling you toward your goals and bringing you closer to the success you've been working for. Victory lies in perseverance, because at the end of the day, it's not about how quickly you get to the finish line, it's about how long you're willing to stay in the race. It's the people who keep pushing forward, who refuse to let go of their dreams, who refuse to let failure define them, that ultimately reach the top. Perseverance is the ultimate key to success. It's the one thing that will always carry you through when everything else falls short. And that's where true victory lies. Those who persevere no matter what are the ones who win. In the end, your journey is shaped not by the absence of obstacles, but by how you rise to meet them. Pain, resistance, and challenges are the raw material from which true transformation is forged. With perseverance, every setback becomes a lesson, and every failure a stepping stone. Victory isn't achieved in the easiest moments, but in the quiet determination to keep moving forward regardless of the difficulty. It's in the struggle, the pushing through, and the refusal to quit that true growth and success are found. Keep going, because the victory you seek lies in your ability to endure.